Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We have a boatload of callers on the phone this evening that are on hold, so let's just go ahead and go to the phones and see what kind of fun questions they have and see what kind of fun answers we get, and we'll take it from there. All right, I believe our first caller is Zella. Hi, Zella.
Peace. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, I have some problems with, I'm from Illinois, okay, and I have problems with mucus, coughing, and having to watch what I eat. I cut out wheat, doing gluten-free, the mucus.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pain, isn't it? All right. Well, what I'm going to do, Zella, is I'll get you on my radar. Okay. And how I do that is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. Yes. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to hook into you in Illinois. And then I'm going to have a hologram of you in my mind's eye.
Thank you.
And I'm going to shoot energy from your feet up through the top of your head. And it will be as if I'm looking at an X-ray or a CT scan or an MRI. So let's see what's going on. All right, here comes my laser beam girl from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading up to the Illini State. All right, got you. Shooting energy from your... Yeah, you look like you have slime on you, like that slime, the MTV Awards, you know how they slime people?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that. Yeah, but it's not green like on those awards. All right, let me remove that and let me see what's going on with that. All right, so your stomach, your intestines and all of that look irritated. They look inflamed. So my guess is you're having some stomach pain. Is that right?
I really don't have stomach pain.
Mm-hmm.
Not unless I eat something. I think I used to have a lot of, excuse me, gastritis, if they call it. Certain foods I ate, I couldn't eat nuts and bananas and stuff. But now I can eat those things.
Yeah.
And
okay. So I think this is a food allergy. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. And you may have heard me talk before about there's a gut biome test that if you email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com, Zella, I will send you a link for half off of the gut biome test. And it's going to test what the critters are in your gut. And that's where your immune system is based.
Yes.
And it tests the DNA and the RNA of what's in your gut. So it doesn't matter if it's dead by the time the sample is tested or not. A lot of the tests, they try and get stuff to grow in a petri dish. And if it's dead, it's not going to grow. So it's inconclusive. Most importantly about this test, though, Zella, is that it's going to tell you these are the foods that are best for you to eat, for you to have a robust immune system. Here are the foods for you to avoid. Okay. And then here's everything else. And oftentimes, foods that we eat that we think are healthy for us are not healthy for our guts at the present time because of the ecosystem there. So shoot me an email.
Probiotics, too.
Yeah, well, shoot me an email, julie@askjulieryan.com. I'll send you the link. Get this test done. It's going to be very specific. You don't need a prescription for it. And let's find out what your superfoods are to make you healthy and what foods for you to avoid. And I will bet you 100% that there are foods that you're eating that they're going to say for you to avoid.
Okay.
So
it
I would do
causes
that.
pressure. I have pressure on over my eyes. You know, almost. I haven't, like in the last week or so since I've contacted you, had these extreme pressures, and but you know, I don't know where all of that's coming from. Pressure over my eyes, my sinuses are clogged. Like it sounds like I have a cold.
But that's an allergic reaction to food you're eating.
Oh.
So let's figure out what's going on. That sinus.
Okay.
If I eat something that I'm not supposed to eat, my sinuses immediately plug up, and I can get sinus headaches from it.
Yes.
So that's from food.
I will send you that email.
Shoot me an email. Okay.
Yes.
All righty.
Thanks
for calling.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Do you see my husband with me?
Honey, I gotta go. I got a bunch of callers, but stay tuned. I get through all of them, then I'll come back to you. How about that?
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see who's next. I believe our next caller is Miss Patty. Hi, Patty.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. It's Patty from Queens, New York.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
What you got for me?
This is funny this time. 10 years ago, when my cousin got married, right before he got married, because I'm related to the groom, he had his wife's bridal shower at his restaurant. So her name is Patricia. My cousin's name is Leo. So I knew he's been dating for a few years at that point. So I knew as we got to know Patricia, my family, I discovered that she loves the color pink. And in the past, I buy wedding cards from time to time when something catches my eye. It says I'll use it in the future. Mm-hmm. So when I went to the restaurant with the wedding gifts, I didn't. Leo told me that Patricia's bouquet will be cherry blossom. So when I went to I got the card that I had already. It was a card that shows from the neck down, the bride from the neck down. In the center of the card was a beautiful pink Viennese bouquet. I figured that's a perfect card for her because she's no doubt she will have pink flowers in her bouquet. I said okay. Mm-hmm. So when I got to the restaurant the day of the bridal shower, she's told a friend of hers at the table where I was sitting that her bridal bouquet was pink Viennese, and I didn't know that. And I said, Leo, Patricia, Leo said that your bouquet was cherry blossom. He says, no, that's for the centerpiece. So when she opened up my gift, she screamed because that card was the replica of her bouquet. And
wow. Fun.
So as I was leaving, my sister-in-law at that time, she's no longer my sister-in-law, said to me, Patricia, I think that the card that you gave to Patricia isn't only going to catch the bouquet. So at Leo's wedding, the bouquet toss was a bouquet fight, in other words. A spectacular one that should have been on YouTube or America's Funniest Video. So the bridesmaid and me got a hold of the bouquet together and we wouldn't let it go. So I asked her as we were both holding the bouquet, I said, do you have somebody in your life? And she says, no. And I said, me neither. So when I go back to the table, my cousin Nunzio, who's now deceased, God rest his soul, his daughter is the one that just got married this past October. So Nunzio says, Patricia, the guy who caught the garter is dating the girl you struggle with? And I said, and I said, this is an omen. I'm going to steal somebody's husband or boyfriend. So I still like every time when somebody wants to set me up with somebody, I always ask, is he married? Is he in a serious relationship because of what I said 10 years ago? So yesterday morning, this is what I'm calling about. So that's why I had to tell you that story before I tell you about the stream I had. That I kissed on the cheek my colleague's husband because I was wishing him a happy New Year. Mm-hmm. And it just, when I had that dream, it reminded me of what happened at my cousin's wedding. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a question about that?
Yeah. Is that, am I going to end up stealing somebody's husband or boyfriend?
No. No. No.
It's just because.
No, you have free will, and you have
I know
morals and ethics, and so it's just a dream. We play in our dreams. You know, you can be an evil woman. Evil woman. Da, 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 da. You could be an evil woman in your dream. Well,
what does the dream? It says I was wishing somebody Happy New Year, and then the next scene is I see something about Valentine's Day and about perfume, and I smell the perfume, and I read online that New Year's supposed to be, if you ever have a dream about New Year when it's not New Year's, that it could be a sign that good things are coming to you. So that's my question about.
There you go. Absolutely. Good things are coming to you, and they always are, and we create, and that's why we have free will to choose what we want to do. But the thing about dreams, Patty, is that we try and make sense out of dreams with our human mind. And a lot of times dreams don't make sense to the human mind. They're just like bits and pieces and snippets and all of that. So I think your man is coming. My gosh, you keep staying focused on these weddings and catching the bouquet and, you know, all of that stuff. But no, to answer your question, I don't think you're going to steal anybody's husband or boyfriend. So, and no.
But I think it has to do with New Year's and Valentine's Day because they're both days. It's like kind of weird. Is that? Oh, maybe that's when it's going to happen around New Year's.
That's what I thought.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It has something to do with New Year's and Valentine's Day. So I said maybe around that period.
All right. Well, keep us posted. Let us know.
I will.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, fun. All right, so let's see who's next. I believe it's Robert. Hi, Robert. Hi, Robert.
Hi. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm good.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Tucson. And I sent you an email. I've called before, and I am in remission from cancer, but now I'm dealing with shoulder joint problem in knees and lower back. I know the lower back problem is part of the multiple myeloma, the cancer that I have. The shoulder is part of a physical and athletic injury 50 years ago, and the knees are just worn out. So I'm kind of curious what to do first.
Okay, well, let me get you on my radar, Robert, and let's see what's going on. Let's see what comes up first. So here comes my laser beam from Birmingham to Tucson. The Birmingham-Tucson Express sounds like a train ride, doesn't it?
It's interesting. I lived in Birmingham for 7 months, so I'm very familiar with that area.
You did? Were you in the steel business?
I worked for a company out of Pennsylvania that they sent me there, and it was down south of Birmingham, not far from the big mall there.
Yeah, Hoover.
Yes.
Yeah, probably to Bessemer, maybe.
That's where it was. See, you know.
The steel business. Yeah, they call Birmingham the Pittsburgh of the South.
Actually, the business was a lime business. We were making lime, but it's used in the steel process, so that's what we were there for.
Do you work for Vulcan?
I worked for F.L. Smith out of Pennsylvania, and they're a OEM manufacturer of equipment.
Okay. Yeah, wow. Fun. Okay, I got you on my radar. Yeah, I can see your joints are inflamed. What I'm going to do is we're just going to do a real fast healing on you, Robert. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting anti-inflammatory energy in your whole body, which is going to calm down the pain right off the bat. So we're doing that. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to go in. Your knees are lit up the most. It looks like this red ball of energy. Imagine what red fog would look like, a ball of red fog. It's over your knees. So I'm removing that. I can see it on your shoulder. It looks like your right shoulder is worse than your left shoulder. Is that the case?
No, it's the left shoulder that was injured, and it was injured 55 5 years ago playing lacrosse.
Okay, well, there's more inflammation in the right shoulder than the left shoulder. So you may just be using your right shoulder more, and so that's why it looks more inflamed.
You're probably right.
Yeah. All right. And then low back, you said, is the other area?
Yes.
Okay. So the knees, what I'm watching happen is there are little rock crystals that are around your knee joint, and that's what arthritis looks like. I'm an inventor of orthopedic surgery devices sold throughout the world, Robert, and that's what it looks like in the operating room.
Okay.
It just looks like little, those rock crystals that you put in a salt grinder before you grind it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I got those removed from both knees. Your right knee is more inflamed than your left, but the left one's inflamed too. So I've got that calmed down. Now I'm watching stem cell energy get injected into both knees at the same time from the outside of the joint.
Okay.
So on the outside of your knee, stem cell energy looks like light amber colored gel with sparkles in it, and it will regenerate whatever we need. And in this case, it's going to regenerate cartilage. So you're not bone on bone. That right knee especially looks bone on bone to me.
Okay.
So I'm injecting that. Left knee, same thing. And then there's going to be a vortex that's going to spin on top of that gel, on top of those knees. And that spinning, Robert, is what transforms the gel into whatever body part we need. In this case, it's cartilage.
Great.
Yeah, I've seen new organs get regenerated with this stuff, and it's so fun because it freaks out the doctors when it shows up on scans. And the organ
I have freaked the doctors out for a number of years because they did think I was going to live past 2011. So I'm living on somebody else's time now.
Nope, you're living on your time. Congratulations.
Good, thank you.
Okay, so shoulder. I'm on the right shoulder. Anti-inflammatory energy in there. Stem cell energy. Yeah, you got some stuff pulled on the right side of your shoulder. Yeah, so I'm watching muscle fibers and ligaments get regenerated. They look like really hair-thin blue lines, and I'm watching those get regenerated. Let me see the left side. Left side, your shoulder looks like it was crushed. You got like a...
I was in a car accident, and they recommended 10, 20 years ago to get the shoulder replaced, but part of the problem was, my problem was, I knew so many people that have had shoulder replacement and have not been very satisfied with it. And I just felt I could keep taking pain medication and live with it rather than having it.
My late father had a shoulder replacement, and it was not successful, and then he had it redone, and it was successful. So I understand what you're saying, but that shoulder was crushed. So I'm putting a bunch of stem cell energy in there. That's going to regenerate your shoulder. And why don't you schedule a private session with me, Robert, and then we'll have a whole hour to work on all this stuff.
What I was going to tell you, I was really interested in signing up for your class, but I was the one that called in about 2 months ago. I have a patent that I've sold, and I asked for you to follow up on that. And so it's going to be a little bit of time before I'm going to have enough money to sign up, but I'd like to sign up for your classes to learn what you do.
That would be great. But in the meantime, just sign up for a private 1 hour session, and let's go through all of this, and we'll really do a deep dive and get you going. But at least that'll give you hopefully some relief on your shoulder and your knees.
I really appreciate that.
You are so welcome. Just go to AskJulieRyan.com. And
I've been there a number of times. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'll find it.
All right.
Thank you.
My next class, Robert, I'm going to do it in it's going to start the second week of September. We got a full group this round. It's fabulous. Oh, my God. It's so fabulous, the group that we have and the stuff that we're all learning together. So the next round and the final round of this year will be the 3 weekends, the second, third, and fourth weekend in September, and then the first weekend of October. So,
okay.
Take care.
I might be able to do. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Take care. Bye-bye. All righty, let's see who's next. I believe it's Musa. Hi, Musa.
Hi, Julie.
How are ya?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm great. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Connecticut.
Yeah. What you got for me? You got a question?
Yeah. Today I'm calling because I got some pain on the lower back. I was working out, I think last week or the week before, and having some low back pain. I wanted you to get a little scan and see if you see anything.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a bulging disc. So you were lifting weights, weren't you, when you did that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was lifting weights, and then after that, I picked up my daughter. I just remembered now. I picked up my daughter in the wrong position, so boom.
Yeah. So that counts as lifting weights, Musa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna. I already had you on my radar by the time you started telling me that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push that disc back in. I've got the anti-inflammatory energy on it to calm down the pain. I'm pushing that disc back in. Discs, Musa and everybody, look like one of those long balloons that they make balloon animals out of, and it looks like it's not filled all the way with water. It looks like a water balloon that's not, filled all the way, so it's kind of squishy. And so I've got that back in place. And then I put this little netting, kind of looks like a fish net that you'd get a goldfish out of an aquarium with. And I'm putting this little netting between those vertebrae to keep that disc in place. And the cool thing about that is a year or two or even longer later, after I've done that healing on somebody, when I go back in and look, it's still there. So it'll just get that disc in place. And go see a chiropractor and get adjusted. You're a twisted mister.
Will do. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, let's see who's next. Let's see. How about Cynthia? Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, I'm Cynthia. I'm from Connecticut as well.
Well, Connecticut conspiracy here. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm not quite sure what to ask. It's the first time I've been on this call, but I get tired a lot, and I don't know I don't know, and I just feel like life is monotonous, and I don't know if I'm depressed or if I'm eating the wrong foods or what.
Okay, let me get you on my radar and let's see what's going on. So, laser beam got you. Shooting energy from your feet up to. Well, you look like a wilted plant. So, tell us how young you are.
I'm 62.
Okay, and you're not on hormones, correct?
Well, I'm on like this stuff because I had cancer, so I'm on some anastrozole. I don't know what that is.
Okay. The bioidentical hormones are what our body manufactures when we're young and fertile, Cynthia, and it just tricks the body into thinking that we're still young and fertile, even though we're not. And it keeps the bones healthy and the heart healthy and all of that. If you shoot me an email, julie@julieryan.com, I will send you a bunch of information on bioidenticals. But the bottom line is look up Dr. Christiane Northrup's book. It's called Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom. That's the Bible on this stuff.
Right.
Another book is Suzanne Summers, the actress. She's done a magnificent job of interviewing a bunch of doctors. Any of her books that deal with menopause and all of that. And then shoot me an email and I'll send you some links of how you can find a doctor in your area. That's what's going on. In the meantime, I've shot some energetic estrogen into you, and you just were like a sunflower that raised its face to the sun. Like if you have a plant that's wilting and you water it and come back 15 minutes later and the plant's all perky now, that's what just happened when I put some estrogen into you. So I think it would make sense for you to explore that and talk to a physician about that. But you want the bioidenticals because that's exactly what our body manufactures, versus the synthetic that has extra molecules added to the formula, and sometimes the body doesn't recognize that. So,
but after you have breast cancer, they don't want you to have an estrogen.
especially the synthetic. So that's what I'm saying. Educate yourself on this, and then talk to a doctor. But think about it logically. When do most women have cancer issues?
I guess when they're older?
Yeah, when their hormones are depleted. So, it's pretty rare that you hear of somebody young. And so I think just explore it and educate yourself, and then talk to somebody who's an expert on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
You bet. Bye-bye. I believe our next caller is Miss Kim. Hi, Kim.
Hi. How are you?
How are ya? Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I was calling, I'm calling from Chicago, and I was calling to ask you about my dog that I adopted.
Yeah.
So we adopted a dog a few months ago, and I call him my sad dog. I think because my other dog is so over-the-top happy and excited about everything, it kind of makes him even look more sad. But I have a feeling that in his life before us, he may have been abused because, we'll go to pet him and he'll crouch down like we're going to hit him. He used to freak out if we tried to pick him up, but now he's okay with it. So he's actually made a lot of progress, but I still feel like he's still I don't know, nervous or doesn't feel 100% safe. So I just was wondering if if there's a way you could tell us if there's anything we could do specifically to make him feel safe and loved, and if he's happy being with us.
What's his name?
His name is Oscar.
Oscar. And what kind of dog is he?
Well, he's half terrier, and we don't know what else because we adopted him, and we don't know. He kind of has a weird body, kind of long. So I don't know what exactly he's made up of.
He's a mystery terrier.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, funny. All right, let me get him on my radar. I'm going to connect to you, Kim, from you. We're going to connect to Oscar. I love his name. And then we'll just have a little chat with Oscar and see what Oscar has to say for himself. Okay. Got you. Got Oscar. Okay, question. Oscar, your mama wants to know if there's something they can do to make you happier. Okay, this is really random, Kim. He said leave the blinds open so there's more sunlight that comes in during the day.
Well, we definitely do that, and he and the other dog just bark at everything that goes by. So we do leave the blinds open during the day.
Okay, he wants you to keep. I guess he wants you to keep them open, but that's pretty funny. So
well, it's funny because when they come home at night, sometimes his head is around the blind, looking outside. So I definitely think he likes looking outside. So
there you go. That was his first request. Leave the blinds open.
That's easy. Okay.
Okay. All right. So what else? More food. Yeah, that's pretty typical.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Does he have a plaid blanket? Can you get me off speaker?
You're not on speaker.
Okay, I'm getting feedback for some reason. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, good.
He doesn't have a plaid blanket. He has a little bed. I think it's plaid. I'm not at home, so I can't exactly remember, but I think it kind of has a plaid pattern.
Okay, and it's kind of soft, not flannel, but kind of a soft material like flannel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying he loves that.
Oh.
So there's that. The main thing, he's talking about the blinds again. Leave the blinds open for him.
We do. We leave them open every day.
So there you go. That's what he wants.
Is he happy being with us?
Okay, the word ecstatic just came in.
Aww.
Ecstatic. So
Aww.
I think he's happy. I think whatever you're doing, it's working.
Oh, good. Can I ask one more question about him?
Yeah, go ahead.
He had a lot of rotten teeth when we adopted him, and we had 13 of them pulled. And can you just ask if he feels better, or if that helped him? When
you had your teeth pulled, is was it in your best interest to have your teeth pulled? Yes. Has it helped him? Not yet. He's got a sense of humor. Not yet.
Yeah.
He says he has to gum everything now. Yeah, not yet. How long ago did you have him pulled?
Maybe like a month and a half.
Yeah, so he's probably still healing from it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, good luck. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye, Kim. Bye-bye. Oh, funny. Okay, let's see who's next. I think it's Miss Amy. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for the great show again.
You're welcome. Tell everybody where you're calling from.
San Diego.
San Diego. I can see the 619 area code on my dashboard, but I wanted everybody else to know. Oh. Well, you got a question for me?
I do, and I want to know if this is appropriate to ask. Am I allowed to ask about selling a rental property in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you want the address?
No, I don't need it. I'll get to it from you.
Okay, my tenants.
Well, if you want to give the address for anybody that's listening that's looking for a rental property in Tulsa, go ahead.
Oh, I'm selling it.
That's what I'm saying. Looking to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, 1226 North Canton Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And I have owned it for 12 years, and I live in California, and it's silly that I own it, but I'm grateful. I'm trying to be grateful. And I had an offer from a property manager, realtor, and a cash buyer person. And his name, do you want his name?
No, that's all right.
Okay. He offered me $18,000, and he said it needs $12,000 or $15,000 worth of repair work. And I think he's just trying to get his price.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
what do you think it's worth?
You know, when I went online, it said $36,000 in good condition. I would say probably $27,000 because my other property manager who took care of the property looked at it the other day and he said, Amy, you know, for a couple $1,000, you can make this even less. He goes, you can make this place look really spiffy. Yeah, they were messy tenants. They left debris behind, but you don't need to turn this into a brand new home. Seller that is a fixer-upper, but he just wants to,
get a deal. Yeah, get a deal. Good for him. He can, but not necessarily from you. He doesn't have to get it from you. So what's your question? Is it in your best interest to sell it at $18,000?
Actually, is it to my best interest, yes, to sell it or to allow this person be my realtor? Because I just feel he's out for his best, and maybe as a realtor, he really won't be out for my best. He just, does that question make sense?
It does, but I think it depends on the realtor. Certainly, most realtors are very ethical and are terrific to work with. So the fact that you're getting a vibe that isn't real positive about this person tells me that probably makes sense for you to find somebody else to work with. Would be my guess on that. So, but yeah, I get it's in your best interest to sell it, and is it in your best interest to use a realtor to sell it? I get a yes.
And do you get a price on what it would sell for in as-is condition?
I got 24.
Okay. Yeah, that's more realistic. And I heard from someone you always want to make it add up to 9 because that's how you get rid of things. You want your sell value to be like 24, 111, or 3. You want that number to be a 9 to release and let it go.
Huh. I haven't heard that, but that sounds good. But I would, list it higher and then maybe settle there if that sounds good to you. But obviously you want to have some negotiating room there.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to put it at 27,000 and see what happens.
There you go. That's the number I got too of where to list it. Yeah,
cool.
We're on the same page. We're like psychic friends network here going on.
And I know you have more callers. Did you say to sell it with this? Oh, yeah, not to sell it with this realtor. I don't feel comfortable with him now. Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, I would find a different realtor because you've got a bad vibe on him. And it doesn't mean he's a bad realtor. It just means that it's just not good for you. That relationship's not good for you. So you'll know when you find one because you'll click with them, and it'll feel good.
Thank you so much for your help.
You are so welcome. Good luck. Let us know when you sell it.
Okay, I will, absolutely.
Okay. Thanks, Amy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alrighty, who's next? Linda. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Julie. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to check in and hear your world happening. Didn't really have a question when I got on the call.
Oh, okay. Well, tell everybody where you're calling us from.
I'm calling from Las Vegas, Nevada, actually Henderson, because it's hotter here, 111 degrees.
Oh, jeez.
Step outside, and with the wind chill factor, so to speak, it's like being inside a convection oven. So I'm just not going to go outside because I think we put chickens in convection ovens. It's got to be cooking me. I'm not going to get cooked out there today. It's that hot.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
I don't remember this from years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that's how it is. It's hot here. It's going to be hot here. That's what, as Julie would say, as you told me before, that's why God made air conditioning.
Exactly.
So that's all good, yeah.
Yeah.
You can check in with my low back. It's doing a lot better, and this has been a long healing process and still giving me grief. I just want to make sure after the move it started flaring up a lot in the last few days. Could be the test I have coming up tomorrow that I'm sure when you scan that you'll see me passing it.
Yeah. Tell everybody what kind of test it is.
I'm going to pass my real estate license tomorrow.
So any coincidence that you're following Amy and she was just talking about realtors at a realtor?
It's also where I used to live. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I just can hardly contain myself.
No coincidences in life. All right, got you on my radar. Low back. Yeah, you've got a band of inflammation that's horizontal. A lot of times I'll see it be circular, like fog. This is just a band of it that's across your whole lower back from above your waist to below your waist.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm putting anti-inflammatory energy on it right now, Linda, and see what's going on inside. You're a twisted sister. Find a chiropractor.
Okay.
You're out of joint. You're out of whack. You're out of whack. You're a twisted sister. You're out of whack. And so I just watched a chiropractic adjustment happen, and it just lined up your vertebrae. So they'll fix you, and it will help a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. You are so welcome. You stay inside and stay in the AC over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. And I'm hoping that my friend Alexa's got on the call here. I don't know if her phone charged in time, but she might be popping up. If you see another 702, it's her. But just sending all you guys, all this good juju from Julie, just here to be with it.
Okay. You want to hear something funny about that? One of the guys in the class, he lives in New York, and he emailed me yesterday, and he goes, okay, I was so jacked up from the class because I transfer a really super high vibrational level that I swim in, Linda and everybody, to my students so that they can do what I do. That's part of the training. And he emailed me, he goes, okay, you've got me so amped up that I can't sleep now. So what do I need to do to get myself so that I appreciate it because he hasn't learned how to turn it on and off yet, but he resonated so much. So I told him to go out and sit outside with his feet in the grass to ground, and that would help. And then I grounded him as well. But pretty funny. Okay, well, thanks for calling. Stay cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You betcha. You betcha, Julie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All righty, everybody. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-770-4160, and the access code is 533677#. You can find this information a bunch of places, AskJulieRyan.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the home page, and you'll see all this information. It's also on the show notes. Everywhere you download podcasts, we're on it. We're on about 70 networks, and the call-in information is there. We're on Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play Ask Julie Ryan podcast, and Alexa will play it for you. We're also on YouTube. So lots of places to look for it. When you're on my site, sign up for my blog, and that's a question that somebody has submitted, and I answer it, and I send that out every Wednesday night, and it has all the call-in information in the body of the email, just as a reminder to send it out. And then lastly, I'm on social media, Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan, Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. And on the day of the show, I'll always post a note saying, okay, we're doing a show tonight, live call-in, so call in with your question. The handful of times during the year that I don't do a live show, I will post that too. I will say, okay, I'm not doing a live show tonight, so call in next week. And wanted to let you know that. So follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan and on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. And then lastly, when you're on my site, sign up for a private appointment. And that is a blast. We have so much fun. It's an hour, and we can talk about whatever you want. We can scan you medically. We can talk to your dead grandma. We can scan your cat. We can do past life stuff, spirit guide stuff. I can tell how close to dying somebody is, whatever. And it's your hour, and it's always fun. Regardless of how serious the conversation is, we always laugh and have fun. So please consider doing that. Again, AskJulieRyan.com, and just click on book an appointment, and then you pick a date and time. All righty. This week, the question is from Cindy, and Cindy lives in San Pedro, California, and that's where the Port of L.A. is. I used to live in L.A. for a long time, and I called on hospitals, and there was a hospital down there, and I used to love going down to that hospital because I'd see all the great big huge cargo ships coming in from, a lot of them from the Far East, and it's really something interesting to see. But Cindy says, hi, Julie. My mom has several medical conditions, and just one of them is cancer. She seems comfortable, but I'd like to know where she is in her transition. She talks about relatives that are deceased, and I was wondering if they are already coming for her and are preparing her for her transition. Although she's very sick, she doesn't seem like she's in the dying process yet. Her name is Lucy. Thank you. Cindy. And here's my response. Hi, Cindy. In order to get some information on your mom, Lucy, I first energetically connected to you and from you to her. So if I'm doing it, whether I'm talking to you or not, if, like in this case, Cindy had submitted this question, I still watch my laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, and it connects to her wherever she is. And if I'm not in Birmingham, it goes from me wherever I am. All right. I went on to say, when I connected to your mom, I could see in my mind's eye that she's currently in phase 7 of the 12 phases of transition. That means her spirit is detaching from her body and is attached to the top of her head. It looks like a bubble you'd see in a cartoon where the character's thoughts or words are contained. Your mom's deceased parents are at her feet, and they anchor a semicircle of angels. Behind them are lots of deceased family and friends. I call this group the Welcome to Heaven Committee. In addition, there are 2 angels on either side of your mom's spirit bubble. They'll eventually create a vortex above your mom's head from moving their wings. This vortex will have an upward pull and help her spirit separate from her body. When I was researching my book, you guys, I Googled giant owl wings vortex, moving wings vortex, something like that, and found all this information, all these aeronautical engineer drawings about what's called the wingtip vortex. Every flying animal, every plane, every jet, anything that flies, even kites, form this vortex under their wings that causes the, whatever it is, the bird or the plane to lift. And I thought, holy mackerel, I've got these angels that are causing a wingtip vortex. Google it, wingtip vortex. I mean, there are pages of drawings, of aeronautical engineering drawings. I thought that was cool. All right, I went went on to say it's quite common for people to mention and even say they see deceased loved ones as they're approaching death. Most hospice literature advises the family to expect this. At this point, it's as if your mom has one foot in this human reality and one in the spirit world. If she says she's seeing deceased loved ones, she really is. She's not hallucinating. You may want to read or listen to my book, Angelic Attendants, what really happens as we transition from this life into the next. And there's a link to that on my website, you guys. It's available at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, of course. It's available in a lot of libraries. And if your library doesn't have it, request it, because it's in the library system. They just have to get it in. Both the audiobook and the digital and the paperback are available in libraries. I believe you'll find it informative, comforting, and heartwarming. In addition, look for little miracles as you go through this time with your mom. They'll be plentiful and will give you a sense of peace. Sending hugs to you and your family. So, Angelic Attendants, you can get it anywhere books are sold. It's on Audible, all of that. You can even get it at the library. It's even in university libraries now. So you can get a lot of different places. And speaking of that, to those of you who've read my book, would you please do me a huge, huge, huge favor and leave a review on the book on Amazon? Just click on Angelic Attendants, and it'll say write a review. If you'd leave a review, I would really appreciate it, because it helps other people find this material. And usually people who are looking for this material have a loved one who's either dying, or they've just lost a loved one, or they're just interested in it. So it would really help them find the material. So thanks, Cindy. Appreciate your question. All right, let's go back to the phones. And I believe our next caller is Denise. Hi, Denise.
Hi. How are you, Julie?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. Tell us today where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling from Buffalo, New York.
Okay. Terrific. You got a question for me?
I have a question. I was wondering if you could connect with my dog that passed away about 10 years ago.
Sure. What's his name?
Tucker.
Oh, cute. And what kind of dog was Tucker?
I just wanted to see if he's around. He was a Boston Terrier.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I absolutely will. I'm going to hook into you first, Denise, in Buffalo, and then I'll get Tucker. I'm sure his spirit's right near where you are. So let me watch my laser beam, and it's got you. Okay, Tucker. All right, Tucker. He says he's around you all the time. He says you think you hear him when the doorbell rang, or if a truck drove by or something. Did he kind of have to get his traction? Do you have hardwood floors or linoleum floors or something where they were kind of slippery and he had to kind of get his feet under him so they could run to see what was going on?
Yeah, I did.
That's what he's showing me. My dog used to do that too. It was like, she'd run in place for a minute on the hardwoods, and then she'd get her traction, and then she'd run to the front door and start barking. Yeah. So he said that you think at times you hear that still, and he said when you think you are hearing it, you are.
Oh, how interesting! Because it's almost like sometimes I feel like I can hear like his nails like scraping, like his little nose tapping on the ground.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's the first thing he's got to tell you. Do you have any questions for him?
Well, I mean, the only thing, I know he's in the spirit world now, so he's just full of love, but I did have to put him to sleep, and so I've kind of had some guilt for doing that over the years, and I was just hoping that when I made that choice, it was the right time.
He said it was perfect. It was perfect.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so if I hear a noise like he's trying to scratch around, then that's him.
That's him, letting you know that he's close by. Yeah. Did he sit on the couch next to you when you were watching TV or whatever?
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would.
Okay, because he said if you feel like he's next to you on the couch, he is. It's his spirit.
Okay.
So if you feel that, because a lot of times we'll feel that stuff, Denise, and then we think, oh, my God, losing my mind, or I'm hallucinating, or I need to go to bed, or I'm tired, or whatever. And there's no reason to discount that stuff, because that's just your senses are picking that up, picking up that information.
Yeah, I've almost felt like I could smell him.
Yeah, there you
so,
go.
Like when I've been down to give him a kiss, and I'd smell his little head, it almost like I can smell that same smell. But that's why I was just okay. Great.
That is one of the psychic senses, is smell. When my mom died, when my mom died, about, I don't know, a couple months after she died, Jonathan, my son, was in 5th grade, and I picked him up in the carpool line, and he got in the car, and he said, Mommy, I think I smelled, he didn't even say I think, he said, I smelled Nana's perfume today when I was taking my math test.
Wow.
And I said, well, honey, Nana was just helping you with your math test. She was an educator. And
wow, that's so neat.
You know, a little kid like that is not going to make that up. I mean, why would he, out of the blue?
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So the sense of smell is very strong. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay. Thanks for
calling.
calling.
Also, I just wanted to mention that I did get your book and I read it, and it just made really great sense to me, and it made me feel so hopeful, and that was great.
Wonderful.
So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Would you leave an Amazon review for me, please?
Yeah, I absolutely will.
I appreciate that.
All right. Yeah, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for calling.
Okay. Yeah, have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, let's see who's next. I believe it's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, girl?
I could be better, but I'm doing all right.
Well, good. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Drumheller, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, we got a Canuck with us. Wonderful.
You do.
Terrific. Terrific. Well, you got a question for me?
I do. Over the last couple of months, I've been experiencing some shortness of breath, and I'm curious to know what is causing it.
Mold.
Mold.
Do you have mold in your house?
I didn't think I did, but
okay. All right. Well, let me get you on my radar. And let me see. Yeah, you do. You've been exposed to mold. And mold, a lot of the time, will cause asthma kind of symptoms where you kind of have trouble breathing. Yeah.
That's what I'm experiencing. Like, I went to the doctor, and they gave me an inhaler.
Yeah.
And, of course, going for all the testing, but I'm kind of, I'm one of those ones that hasn't had a lot of luck with the medical system, so.
Right.
With all of my issues, so I thought I'd check in with you.
Yeah, I just removed the mold from your system. I've got your lungs, the bronchi, whatever that word is. I've got those calmed down. They were inflamed. There's a test that you can test in your house. It's called the ERMI test, E-R-M-I.
ERMI,
okay. ERMI, E-R-M-I, Environmental Resource Mold Index, something.
Okay.
Like that. So if you Google ERMI, E-R-M-I, mold, there'll be a test. You can get it. You can order it online. You can test it in your house yourself. It's going to tell you whether you've got a mold issue or not. The other thing we can do is schedule a private appointment with me, and I'll scan your house, and I'll be able to see where the mold is and tell you.
Oh, good, because I do have one booked already.
Perfect.
At the end of the month. So that's awesome. So it's nothing more, well, I guess this could be serious, but it's nothing more serious like...
Nope. It's mold.
Okay.
It's mold. We'll figure out where it is. Yeah, we'll figure out where it is. In the meantime, get that ERMI test and try it and see what that shows. That's the most comprehensive there is. Okay.
Sure.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks so much, Julie. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All
bye-bye.
Right. Bye-bye.
All right, let's see who's next. I believe it's Marcia. Hi, Marcia.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
I'm calling from San Diego. I know it's almost time, almost 6, so I'll be quick. My massage therapist was massaging my back the other day, and she felt like a kind of a small lump, but she didn't feel like it was a muscle knot. And I'm wondering if you could scan my back. It's from my middle to low back on the right-hand side.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. All right. Gotcha, Mary. It looks pink. It looks. Okay. It does not. It looks benign, but I think you need. I would suggest you go get it checked.
Okay.
Go get it checked and see what's going on with that.
Do you think it could be a cyst or just maybe a strange lump?
It's some kind of It doesn't look like it has fluid in it to me, Marcia, but it looks like pink tissue. When I see malignancy, it looks black, and sometimes we'll have a tarish, like a hot tar when they pave the road.
Oh, right.
It'll have that consistency. This is pink. This looks benign to me, but where it is, I think it would make sense for you to go get it checked. And I would. Perfect. You may want to start with a neurologist.
Oh. Huh.
Because I think it's connected to. It looks like it's, right in there with all those nerves. So, I don't know if you have to go through your primary.
Instead of going to my skin doctor or something. Go to a skin doctor. Go.
No, this looks internal to me. What I'm seeing is internal.
Okay. All right. And it's just kind of showing up, bulging out a tiny bit there. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's inside. That's what I'm seeing. So I would, you can try your dermatologist, but I think you need to get it checked. I'm getting to go see a neurologist on it.
Okay. All right. Perfecto.
But I think it's going to be fine. It doesn't look anything that's going to be a huge issue, but I still think it makes sense for you to get it checked.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your help. Okay.
You are so welcome. Thanks for calling. Okay. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That is it for this week. Thank you to everybody who called in. Thank you to those who have shared their questions with us. To the rest of you, please call back next week. Let me know that you didn't get on this week, and I'll do my best to get you on first. And please go to my website, AskJulieRyan.com, sign up for my blog, sign up for a private session, and follow me on Instagram, Ask Julie Ryan, follow me on Facebook, Ask Julie Ryan, and please leave a angelic attendance review on Amazon for me for the book, for those of you that have read it. With that, everybody have a great week. I'm going to do the show from LA next week. I'm going to be in LA, so that'll be fun too. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at AskJulieRyan and like her on Facebook at AskJulieRyan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.